the whole Fox's show here, AR Fox. And I'm here telling you all to subscribe to Heel Steven at YouTube.com, baby. Yeah.
Alright, this will be Q&A number 12 for the month of May. Throughout this week, I've had you all send me in questions. It is now time for me to answer the questions that you all sent me. So, let's begin. The first couple of questions come from Facebook. And the first question is from OK Fabe, and he asked, if Daniel Bryan wasn't picked by WWE to be the top babyface, who, in parentheses you put besides Cena, would you put in that spot? Between two people. Number one, Justin Gabriel. I know it's random. I always found the guy to be entertaining and talented. I just feel like WWE is not using him right. I feel like he can be a big-time player down the line if booked correctly. And kind of random, but back in the day when I was playing WWE 12, I always had him as a world champion in universe mode. So yeah. And number two, I would say Seth Rollins in the future. I feel like Seth Rollins each week is improving, and I feel like down the line he's going to be a world champion. The next question comes from Chase Oliver, and he asked, what has been the highlight of the PG era for the WWE? Between two things. Number one, the Nexus invasion in 2010 on that Raw where they tore out the ring and the whole set of Raw and they raised hell and Daniel Bryan choked Justin Roberts with the tie. Then he got fired and he got brought back. And number two, CM Punk's pipe bomb. I say that because when the Nexus came in, you know, at the time it was the guys from season 1 of NXT getting together and raising hell. At the time you didn't see that, and it was totally random and it worked. It had everybody talking the next day. Let's be honest. Slowly but surely, it started, you know, becoming as once CM Punk took over, and we had Michael McGillicuddy and Husky Harris and all these other guys that were just totally random and whatever, but you kind of get the idea. And CM Punk's pipe bomb, because at the time period, in 2011, you didn't hear anybody going off or, you know, telling what they felt on the mic on Raw. And at the time period, you know, CM Punk did that, and to make things even more crazier, to why I chose this is because it was on my birthday. Yeah, June 27, 2011 will always go down not only as my birthday, but also the fact that CM Punk did the pipe bomb promo. The next two questions come from Joshua Williams. His first question, what is your favorite era of the WWE? I'll have to say the 80s, the golden years. I feel like that is the era that, you know, paved the way for what we have today. And I know a lot of people always say, oh, the Attitude Era is the best era. No, it always will be the golden era of the 80s / early 90s, if you will. Their second question, NXT or TNA, and why? I'm gonna be honest, I don't really watch that much of NXT, being that I barely go on the network now. So yeah, you know, if anything with NXT, I just go on the YouTube channel and watch the little small clips. And TNA, I'm gonna be honest, I do watch it, but I am slowly not getting interested in the product because I find it kind of bland. I feel like right now TNA needs help, and I'm hoping that they get this help. Next couple of questions now come from YouTube.com. The first question comes from Killer O'Demon 669. He asked, thoughts on Kaz and Daniels joining Ring of Honor? It's TNA's loss and ROH's gain. And right now, Ring of Honor is on a huge momentum. It really is. They had a successful, you know, pay-per-view in Toronto with Global Wars. And they had a successful pay-per-view in New York at the Hammerstein Ballroom with War of the Worlds. And, you know, it was amazing being there live in New York for War of the Worlds. And, again, I see good things going for Ring of Honor right now. And to make things even more crazier, the next, you know, show, Best in the World, is going to be on pay-per-view. Yes, Ring of Honor, that company that was, you know, too small to do big and too big to do small, is finally going to be on pay-per-view. So let's see what happens with that. I cannot wait. Your second question, who do you think will beat R.D. Evans' fake streak? It could be anybody. It could be Truth Martini. It could be Todd Sinclair. It could be, you know, Cheeseburger for all we know. But I find it kind of catchy and funny. Your third question, in your opinion, should TNA get more tag teams like the Time Splitters, Unbreakable Machine, etc., to help their weak tag division? TNA right now needs the big help. They need to improve their tag team division. So yeah, why not bring these tag teams in? They need to improve the Knockouts division. And they need to improve the division that put them on the map. And that is the X division. Let's be honest. Right now we have a poor man's X division. The X division right now is a shell of its former self. And it needs improvement. The next 3 question comes from Fabian Arataga. And he asks, his first question, who do you think deserves the WWE World Heavyweight title besides Daniel Bryan? I would say right now between Bray Wyatt, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins. And possibly Dolph Ziggler. Why not, right? Your second question. What are your favorite wrestlers from every company you know of? From WWE right now, I would have to say Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose, and Bray Wyatt. From TNA, Bobby Roode, Austin Aries, James Storm, Samoa Joe, Davey Richards, Eddie Edwards, Magnus. From Ring of Honor, obviously, Kevin Steen, Michael Elgin, Mark and Jay Briscoe, Adam Cole, and Jay Lethal, and ACH, and Kyle O'Reilly. The third question, do you think Global Force will end up like TNA? No. I think Jeff Jarrett has a brighter mind for the wrestling business than Dixie Carter has. I don't think Jeff Jarrett will do the mistakes that Dixie Carter is doing or has done. Now, the next 3 question comes from at the Big Show, Big Slam Wrestling, aka Bill Schuyler. And he asked, do you see New Japan successfully moving into the Western market with English and Latino commentaries on iPay-per-views? Yes, I see it happening. I think it'll be a very excellent move by New Japan. I'm going to be honest, when I watch these matches on New Japan, I can get into them, but at the same time, these commentators, I have no idea what they're saying, and it can be difficult at times. It would be cool if they had some subtitles, but with them hopefully doing this by bringing in, Spanish commentators, English commentators, if they come to America or come into the American market, I think will be great. Your second question, will TNA open working relations with Gabe Sapolsky, EGA, USA, and Evolve to invigorate the X Division and open fan bases between the companies? I'm going to be honest. I don't see Gabe Sapolsky ever working with Dixie Carter to co-promote or vice versa. I say that because, let's be honest, TNA is a mainstream company. Dragon Gate Evolve, yes, it'll be cool to see, but knowing Dixie Carter and the way she operates, she's going to want to sign all these guys who work for Dragon Gate USA and Evolve to a TNA contract. And when that happens, these guys, they can't appear on iPay-per-views. They can't appear on DVDs of other independent shows. So in a way, it'll be a total clusterfuck. Alright, I'm going to give you an example. Alright, the Bad Influence, during WrestleMania weekend, they had a tag team match at Dragon Gate USA, one of their shows in New Orleans, against the Bravado Brothers. And the match was not aired on iPay-per-view, nor did it appear on DVD. Because at the time, both Kazarian and Daniels were still under TNA contracts. So the match was like a dark match that appeared on the YouTube channel. And I'm sure now that both Daniels and Kaz are no longer with TNA, I can see the match now being put on DVD against the Bravado Brothers. Again, I don't see it happening, to be honest. Sorry, man. And your third question. TNA is leaving Florida, finally. Where do you see their new impact zone? New York, Texas, Tennessee? I have to say Nashville. Go back to your roots. Go back to the asylum. And start from the ground up again. Try to go back to the drawing board. The next 3 questions come from King Spartan 375299. He asked, Yo, Steven, you are awesome, bro. Thank you. Your first question. Why is ROH so entertaining but doesn't get more attention than WWE? Because Ring of Honor doesn't have that national or international exposure or that, network exposure. Like, the WWE, they have the USA Network. The USA Network is a big channel. It's owned by NBC. Ring of Honor is more on the local, network. Like, wherever you live at, you get the channel, the Sinclair Network. I'll be honest, where I'm at in Jersey, I don't have the Sinclair Network. My cousin who lives in Virginia, he has a Sinclair Network, so whenever I go down to Virginia, I can watch Ring of Honor on TV. It'll be cool to see Ring of Honor finally get that network deal, hopefully down the line. It's a crime that they don't have a network deal right now. Your second question, how did you get into contact with the great Kevin Steen? Well, not really a contact. Like, I met him at meet and greets for Ring of Honor. The first time I met him was Supercard of Honor 7, and the second time was Final Battle. And I'm sure you're wondering how I got my intro done by him for my channel. My friend Gavin, aka Gavin Knotts, at a UK show where Kevin Steen was at, he met Kevin Steen. He asked him, hey, listen, I have a friend in America who's a huge fan of yours. Can you do an intro for his channel? And he did it. Whenever these wrestlers are at indie shows, they're not on a contract, so they can do what the fuck they want to do. But let's say if I were to ask him at an ROH show, he couldn't do it because he's under contract with Ring of Honor. Your third question, why is Maria Kanellis so hot? Because she is. Just look at her. You see what I'm saying? Now the final 3 question comes from the Silver Surfer. He asked, hey Heel Steven, what's up? I need to ask, who is your favorite wrestler currently right now? I would have to say right now, Seth Rollins, Daniel Bryan, and Kevin Steen. Also, did you watch the movie Neighbor? What are your thoughts? No, I did not watch the movie yet. It's kind of crazy. I'm not really big to going to movie theaters. Reason being because, I don't know, it's just not my thing. Like, I'm not into this whole thing of going to a place to watch a giant movie and have people there being super annoying and screaming and trying to talk in the movie and shit. It's super fucking annoying. That's just me, of course. It's random if I ever go to a movie theater. And your final question, and sorry to ask this question, but do you have a girlfriend currently at this moment? Peace out. No, I do not. I was in a relationship for 4.5 years. It was a good time, but at the end of the day, nothing lasts forever. Things always come to an end. And at the end of the day, you just always gotta move on and be the bigger person. So there you go. I'm enjoying it. Being single right now is awesome. I can do shit I was never really able to do when I was with someone. This wraps up Q&A number 12 for the month of May. Hope you all enjoyed it. Links to everyone's channel down below in the description. Subscribe to them. Share this video on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you later in the next video. I'm out. Peace.